Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Once Tarot. My name's Carmen, and today we're going to do a reading that basically got started off of Jewel's song from like 25 years ago or some shit, called Foolish Games. It's been going on in my head like all morning. And then I pulled the Fool in the reverse and the Death card kind of almost sideways. So I feel like somebody thought that by playing some games here, some mind games, that they would be able to conquer you or kind of like keep you waiting for them. And instead, what they've done is break their own heart because now they've basically lost you through playing these games. Good morning, Mountain Girl. Welcome. So, I have a feeling this is going to be one of those readings that is pretty relatable. So, I wanted to end this reading with all signs. So, we'll do kind of like a intro energy, kind of like I've done for the yearly predictions, and then we'll dive into each individual sign. I'll follow my usual route, which is air signs, water signs, fire signs, and earth signs, because the earth signs have to ground us at the end, right? All right, let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. I'm always so nervous I'm gonna ruin you guys' ears. Good morning, King B. How's it going? Hello, King Pirate. And Joanna. Oh my gosh, you guys are all here. This is exciting. All right, so we're going to continue with the Beginner's Tarot. And just to share a little bit of a trade secret with you guys, I hope you're all doing well, by the way. When I'm trying to figure out who I'm reading for, quite often I'll use this deck because on the side, here, let me give a better example. On the side of the card, it literally has everything called out for you. And when I did this, the first card that came out was the Fool in the reverse. And I was like, oh, oh, okay. So this is not like sign specific. At least that's how it came out for me. We've got kind of a broad reaching concept here of individuals who think that they can win in love with the use of manipulative tactics or mind games. So I think this is going to be interesting. Ah, well, yeah. So kind of like what you're saying there, King B, we got some karma coming in, right? I'd say so. Here we have the Seven of Wands, and this is a card about defending oneself. And I feel like this is not so much a throwing hand situation as I guess the way I'm hearing it is not everyone communicates in rhymes. Some of us actually communicate quite directly and tell you exactly how it is. And I feel like I'm reading for somebody who said, I don't like the games you're playing. I don't like the lies you tell or the way you love bomb and then disappear. And what you're doing is pushing me away. So I feel like somebody basically called out their person. And for some of you, you could have had, the term twin flame thrown about. But I feel like at a certain point, one of you said, you play too many games. I'm done, like literally done. Nothing you say will get me to re-engage with you. And this person kind of chuckled and didn't really believe it. Maybe they felt there had been a pattern established in the past that made it very likely you would come running back at some point, right? I think they're learning you actually meant it. We have the Tower coming out. This is major change. And I feel like this is talking about not just you and what you're willing to let into your life. You have higher standards, and this person didn't anticipate that you would change that. But I think it's also telling a story here because look at this is the visualization of like Foolish Games, the song, where somebody's basically saying, like, it's over. Everything is destroyed now. And I think whoever was playing games here is still kind of coming to the realization that this is actually like done. They assumed that they would be able to keep you caged, keep you waiting for them so that they could, I don't know, have some fun and be irresponsible or selfish and not really care about what kind of impact that might have on you. But what do we have here? We have delay and doubt. But I also feel like with the Six of Wands in the reverse, we have somebody here who was playing games that was confident they would be able to win in the end. But we have the Eight of Swords, and I feel like that's your energy. They were overly confident, some would say cocky, and you have freed yourself. You know you have the freedom to choose. You don't have to be with this person. You have standards. Good for you. All right, we're going to finish off this top row here and then jump over to the Lenormand. And then we'll probably have to get a couple of Kipper, and then we'll do the individual signs, okay? The first one will be Aquarius. So we had somebody here who was probably trying to lay blame at your feet and make you feel like you did something to justify their behavior. When I think, especially at this point, I think whoever I'm reading for, you know that this person didn't deserve the chances that you gave them, and that whenever they were trying to make you feel bad for how you reacted to their mind games, it was just you demonstrating your strength. I think you demonstrated more and more so your restraint, your understanding of the situation, and it got you to the point where you're like, you know what? This is a waste of my time. All of the things that I'm telling to you falling on deaf ears. And if that's how it is, how can I ever expect anything to change unless I end it? Maybe that'll learn you. You know? All right, so let's grab the golden Lenormand. I don't know why I want to call it classic all the time now. I don't know, there's something that feels so like royal about these cards. So let's see, what do we have? The stars and pathway. I think there was something kind of dreamy or mysterious about this person at the outset. Something almost like unattainable. Maybe you really enjoy, burrowing your way into somebody's mind and figuring them out when they're a little bit less like out there, right? Hello, Miss Cherry B, welcome. And I feel like there was something that seemed kind of like adventurous or like the path less traveled about this person. Maybe you knew that it would be a bit of like a chore, a bit of a tall order to get this person to open up, but you did. And I think they kind of hate you for that. Not like hate, but I think in a way they feel like you got closer to them than anybody else did. And it was against their wishes. Like they don't know how they felt so comfortable with you or why they were comfortable sharing with you in a way that like they'd never done before. There's something about how you connect with people that made this person feel like they could actually see something like meaningful with you, but they also knew that you would be the kind of love that would require them to actually put in some work on themselves, but also into a relationship. Like you are a no BS kind of partner, and they were trying to sell you BS anyways. Yes, I know. I know, Christina. It did for me too. I couldn't help it. I had to go watch the Foolish Games music video, and it's like stunning. Jewel, I think, has a pretty fierce love of horses, and that's always, I don't know, a cinematography win, in my opinion, because horses are just gorgeous. But Yeah, in that song, she really does lay out the idea that this person was a little bit too cool for everyone else. Like, at the heart of it, I think it comes out of insecurity, and this person wanted to be seen as somebody unattainable, somebody that people would have to compete for, and you were unwilling to abide by their silly rules or unspoken rules. So we have the ship and the clover. Here's what I see. I feel like this person was pretty confident that they could treat you the way that they had treated other people in their past, even though they did, in their mind, accept or acknowledge that you had gotten closer to their heart than anybody else, right? They still wanted to treat you the same way because at the end of the day, I really do feel like there's some confidence issues here. So they pulled away from you or they put you in competition, right? And you were like, oh, oh, you're into somebody else? You think somebody else is a better match for you? Okay, I'll move on. Hopped in your boat, set sail for a new dating app person or a new random friend or acquaintance that you found exciting as well. And you started seeing blessings or abundance. You didn't take it the way that other people did. This may have made other love interests just kind of, I didn't want to say what I just heard, but obsess and cry and beg and turn into this like desperate, like, but I thought we had something. You didn't do that. Maybe you did initially, but you turned that ship around and you decided to make your own way or to find something different or to be happy on your own. And this person was not used to that. They were like, "What? But you weren't supposed to do that." And you were like, "What do you mean? Um, I'm not gonna fight for you. Who do you think I am? Like, I'm sorry, but you may have misjudged me. I'm actually really fucking cool. I don't have time for your games." Sorry, I didn't announce it, King Pirate. We gotta go with the kipper, flipper, skipper. So we have high honor and gift, unexpected income in the reverse. Did this person try to take something from you? I feel like for some of you, this person maybe tried to buy you, maybe tried to give you things, but they didn't realize that that's not really your love language. Like, oh, that's cool. Yeah, thank you. I love the, bracelet or the necklace or whatever it is. But what really matters to a person of your caliber is, are you on my level? Do you have the energy that matches mine? Because I'm not here for your trinkets. I'm not here for your jewelry. I can buy that myself. What I'm here for is, do you have a heart that matches mine? Because you're playing mind games and it kind of feels like you don't. And if you don't, then you don't deserve to be with a gift like me. You guys, I rhymed. We have unexpected income in the reverse. Somebody thought they could just expect to walk back into your life when abundance came into your life. There may have been some attempt to read your birth chart, or they were, watching tarot videos. They went and got a reading. There's something here about them knowing you are destined to make good money if you were not already making that good money. And they thought they could just like have their fun and then come back in and enjoy all of those blessings with you. But I also feel like for some of you, this is indicating somebody saw that you were highly skilled or really talented, and they were threatened by that, or they didn't want you to feel like you were as good as they were. So they may have done something to keep you at a certain level. What does that mean? Some of them may have, you know, discounted your name or discredited your name when an opportunity came up for you to do a project that would have paid you money, anything like that. Hello, B, welcome. And I feel like this is underneath the clover to indicate that whatever they tried to ruin for you, maybe there was like a delay, maybe there was something that didn't happen the way it was supposed to, but I still feel like at the end of the day, you have this gift, you have this talent, you have this high honor. Whatever they tried to take from you, this clover is here to say, we're going to balance that shit back out. Like if you tried to take $100 from this person, we're going to make sure that she wins 100, you know? Like there's just, there's no way to actually put that kind of negative energy on someone's life when they have this going for them. You may have a message coming your way since I did that, left a couple of cards on the table. Let's see what else we get for you. This person is shocked because your understanding of your self-worth or your self-love is and has enabled you to break free of whatever this mind game trap that worked on other people was. You aren't stuck like other people might be. And it's because you know that you are worth far more than whatever this person tried to claim was good enough for you, right? We have wealthy man in the reverse and despair. I think for many of you, this person expected to kind of cozy up to you and be able to enjoy your abundance, or as I like to call it, abundance. I know it's just one letter, but yeah, it's fun. And they're realizing now that that's not an option. This could also mean that for some of you, this person was unwilling to invest in anything romantic and instead was very much so invested in either relationships or projects or jobs, very money focused, right? Wanting to build up who they were and their reputation, but it was all based on material things, which doesn't really, you can't take it with you, you know? It's all fun when you can buy whatever you want, go wherever you want, and maybe see that people are a little bit jealous of what you have. But pride goeth before the fall. And I've seen probably too many people kind of delight in the material things only to then lose them. You don't get to keep those kinds of blessings after you die, but you also don't always get to keep them while you're alive because there's the Wheel of Fortune, right? And I feel like somebody here thought they would always be higher up on the Wheel of Fortune than you are, and they were wrong. All right, what do you think, you guys? Is it time to dive into the all signs? I think we'll go ahead and start with Aquarius. And for Aquarius, we will use the Edgar Allan Poe. I'm going to pull probably about 6 cards from one deck for each sign, and then we'll pull a couple of clarifiers. I think since we're talking about love, I'll do similar to what I did in the most recent, I think it was the most recent All Signs, where I pulled a Romance Angel Oracle card for you and then a couple of clarifiers from the Miniature Rider Waite. So probably about 8 cards for each sign. All right, starting off with Aquarius at 1930. I don't know if that one was for sure for you. King of Wands and Page of Wands. Both of these are in the reverse, Aquarius. you dealt with a bully who didn't want to communicate. I could probably just end it right there, but I was going to say didn't want to communicate honestly. I'm going to show you these cards in the upright. So we've got somebody who I think always prioritized their perspective. They didn't really want to hear how you feel, unless it was like making them feel better, right? They wanted to hear all of the things you love about them. They wanted to flirt. They wanted to maybe, feel wanted by you. But they also would turn right around after having a, you know, beautiful semi-emotional exchange with you. And then they would like chase you down because they would think overnight, or they would think, shit, I'm letting somebody in. This is not something I can allow. This comes from a place of not feeling worthy of love. This person needs to really think about what they're pushing away by being cruel to you, because I think they just didn't know how to handle somebody that actually wanted to be good to them. They have always looked at love as something they have to win at. Yes. So we have the devil coming out to clarify for us that this is somebody who has lost what they most wanted because they wanted to control it. There was this piece of art in my parents' house when I grew up that was a picture of, I think, like doves flying away, maybe eagles, some sort of bird. And the quote underneath it was, if you really love something, let it go, or let them go, right? The idea being you can't try to control somebody that you love or keep somebody that you love in a gilded cage and expect things are going to end the way that you want. You have to allow for independence in a healthy relationship and for respect, right? This person was trying to control the situation because at the end of the day, they couldn't control themselves. Self-control is an important element in a relationship, and this person has not figured that out. With the Five of Wands coming out in the reverse, we've got somebody who I think is going through a lot of inner conflict, but probably also a bit of, this is someone with an ego. This is somebody who I think is dealing with insecurities and ego, trying to assert their ego over others, basically. So we have the Six of Cups in the reverse, kind of a sweet little scene. But we've got what looks like angry angels in the skies kind of glaring at each other. This feels like somebody who's upset that they had fallen in love. They didn't want to fall in love. They prefer to keep things probably more like lust-based. We've got Ten of Wands in the reverse under Strength. So this is somebody who maybe thought that they could put their burdens on the shoulders of others, namely you, instead of dealing with whatever they needed to heal, whatever trauma was left from probably their childhood. And as a result, it made it quite clear to you that you had done some healing work that this person had not yet done. Yes, I agree, Joanna. All right, so we're going to move to the clarifiers for you, Aquarius. We'll get Romance Angel Oracle for you, and then a couple from the Miniature Rider-Waite. Just for Aquarius, please. Yeah, this person likes to keep things focused on the physical so that they don't have to do the work on the emotional, right? Or the spiritual. This person wants to come back into your life. This person wants to heal what has been broken. And I don't think you're here for it. And you know what? I wouldn't be either, because we still have that devil coming out in the upright. And that tells me this person hasn't healed, but you have. So, Aquarius, I think your advice here is to maintain your boundaries. You don't have to be a jerk about it, but, and I do always try to encourage giving or extending forgiveness, because that's just as much for you as it is for the other person. But I don't think this is necessarily like somebody you want to bring back into your life, because they still have healing to do. They still want to control the situation, and they're not going to communicate everything to you honestly. Okay, let's go to Gemini. Gemini, we are going to use the Golden Art Nouveau for you. Remember I said something about somebody trying to potentially steal from you or trying to sneak back into your life because they see that you've been blessed or because they see that you're abundant? One of those things is true for you, Gemini, or this reading isn't for you. We've got, with the Ten of Pentacles and Seven of Swords, someone who is trying to be a trickster and sneak into a life of comfort without having done the work or without having established, the connection. So we've got the Ace of Swords. And just to clarify for you guys, I'm going to be looking at it as each sign is clarifying this top row here. So we've got the Ace of Swords under the Six of Wands in the reverse. This person, this trickster who trying to play mind games with you, Gemini, this person is realizing that they have underestimated you and that they may not win the way they thought they might. I think they're realizing they actually have to be honest about their mind games, and I don't think that's something they really want to do. We have the Chariot indicating forward movement, and the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. This feels to me like you are the Chariot and they are the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, which is to say this person thought that they could get in your way, and the Chariot is the fastest moving card in the entire deck. So you're like, oh, that's cute. You thought putting a little banana peel in the roadway was going to stop me and my beautiful horses. Well, guess what? It didn't. Move aside. And this person's like, wait, what? No, I thought I could like stop you from moving on from me. And Gemini, you're like, no. You want to be with me? You got to catch up, because like I'm damn near the next town, because I've been doing the work that I need to do and you haven't. We have the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. You know that this person is not going to offer a relationship that is equal give and take, or you know that this person kind of sees you as a meal ticket and you're not here for it. Okay, for Gemini. We have Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. So you may have a close friend or family member that you feel you can trust, and that's who you would like to, connect with or spend your time with, but you don't really feel like it's in your best interest to let this particular person back in. You may be open to forgiving them, but I don't think you want to give your heart to them. We have the Two of Wands in the reverse. Bad planning. Somebody thought they could control the outcome of this situation, but what's really happening here with the Fool is you are moving forward onto new opportunities, new adventures, you don't really have time for somebody who plays games like this, and I don't blame you. All right, let's move to Libra, and we'll use the Marigold Tarot. I love this deck because of the skeletons, but it can also be a little bit darker, so we'll see what we got for you, Libra. Eight of Rings. This would be like the Eight of Pentacles, and the Eight of Pentacles talks of putting in the work. But we have it paired with the Six of Wands in the reverse. So I think somebody is going to pursue a conversation with you and perhaps come across a little bit aggressive in their efforts to demonstrate for you that they have put in some time or energy, or they have maybe made money. But with the Six of Wands in the reverse, whatever approach they're planning on using when they shoot their shot with you, it doesn't seem to be a good call. That just went all the way around me, you guys, which is kind of hilarious because this is the only Six of Wands card I know that has this like hexagon arrangement of the wands. I don't think I lost any cards, but we have Temperance. That's maybe the weirdest card drop I've ever had, you guys. I've never had one literally just like dance around me. So I feel like this person is going to be a little bit shocked or amazed that you have been able to create the stability or balance in your life that they felt you would require somebody else for. And I think you're going to dance circles around them. I think that's why that card came out that way. I think they have majorly underestimated you and definitely expected they could like manipulate you. And then they're going to find out that you are like not here for that. We have the Devil coming out sideways. And I feel like this is saying you have been able to, train whatever devils are inside of you to come out at the right time. I guess is kind of how I want to say that. You've mastered the light and the dark within you. You know when to bring those out. And this person has basically the opposite going on for them, where they don't have control over the light or the dark. So this could be somebody that you see as argumentative or easy to, provoke, right? Agree, let's walk home. Yes, the ordaining was quite fancy. We have somebody who thought they could entrap you, and they are realizing now that you aren't interested in probably anything with them. You have gone very different paths. So Libra, we have the Lovers and Two of Rings, which would be the Two of Pentacles. I feel like the conversation that's happening between these two is something along the lines of, no, yeah, I still do love you. I just don't think I'm in love with you. I don't see myself being in a relationship with you because I've figured out how to create stability in my life, and you always throw that off. You haven't done the work. You still have some codependency, addictions, insecurities, something along those lines. And I am going to hold my own hand. I don't want to be with somebody else because I've got stability going on right now. And I think this person is going to find out that you already feel like you have what you need, and they would only really just kind of like cause drama and toxicity. You probably say it nicer than that, right? Oh, Christina. So, Spirit's telling you to get out there. Flirt with others. It says, and extend your lighthearted energy to others. Not this person. You're over it. You realize now that you have outgrown this person. They have helped you improve things that you wanted to improve upon. You are a better version of yourself, but it's because of what they failed at, not because of what they did right for you. They taught you that you could do things on your own, that you maybe were a little bit too comfortable relying on others for. So, thanks for teaching me I didn't need you. So we have the Ace of Wands in the reverse, indicating you're not interested in a second chance here. You're going to flirt with others. You have other options. Oh, damn. And I just saw Justice there in the upright too, but I don't want to give you too many cards. We have the Nine of Pentacles and the Empress, which is to say, you are so good on your own, Libra. You don't need anybody. For some of you, you're like shining, like everyone's talking about you as the like hot commodity in the community. They see you as the prize. So you don't need to be messing around with somebody who doesn't know how to like respect you. Are you kidding me? You're the Empress. Or you're about to find the Empress. So ta-ta for now, Libra, or ta-ta forever. All right, we're going to move on to water signs. So we'll do Pisces. We use the Egyptian tarot for you, Pisces. What do we have for Pisces, please? Knight of Pentacles. You've been steadily working on something, and it's elevating you. I feel like there was gossip, or, you know, the court of public opinion had deemed you to be kind of like an outsider or somebody that didn't really have what it takes. But you kept at it. You didn't let what people say impact whether or not you kept working at whatever it was. Maybe you started your own business. Maybe you got into a new hobby, found a new skill or talent. And we've got the Emperor and the Lovers. I rather like that we've got kind of mirrors with the numbers here, 4 and 6. And what I see here is people kind of went out of their way, Pisces, to make you feel like you weren't good enough or you didn't have what it takes. And you didn't let that stop you. And people are taking note now. They're becoming aware that you have absolutely got what it takes. You are standing in your power. So whoever tried to say to other people that you were not good enough, they're now doing a double take and seeing that they were like completely wrong. And I feel like whatever commitment, tenacity, or dedication you had is starting to pay off right now. And all of those individuals that had rejected you in some way are realizing that those rejections didn't stop you, didn't hurt you, didn't maybe even really delay you. There's something about perseverance and confidence. So whatever people were trying to say about you, whatever gossip was happening, this person, your person that you had feelings for, may have helped them say negative things about you, because again, this is all about somebody playing mind games to keep somebody at a certain level because they weren't willing to work on themselves. And now this person is realizing quite like in their face that you did not get stuck by whatever they said. You continued on your merry path, whether or not you were doing so alone. And this injustice has only made you stronger. It has given you the tools you need to do exactly what you want with your life. But I also feel like we have this magician coming out to say, whatever this person did to try to make you feel like you couldn't accomplish what you needed to accomplish or wanted to accomplish, only made you stronger, only made you more passionate about what you were doing. So I feel like this is that I'm speaking to a Pisces that knows how to transmute pain into beauty and you found a way to do so. And this person's like, how'd you do that? I don't get it. Like everyone else has been like completely derailed by whatever I did. But letting go of control issues was absolutely key to whatever you've gone through. I feel like you're able to now stand in that Queen of Wands energy, which is to say, whatever is for me will be for me, and whatever is not for me will not be for me. And I'm not going to stress about it because, quite frankly, I need my beauty sleep. Or maybe you don't, you know? Thank you, King Pirate. All right, so let's get some clarification from the Rider-Waite for you, Pisces. Four of Pentacles in the reverse. I feel like you're about to have some pretty significant financial increase or windfall. So this is maybe coming across as a little bit of a warning here because we've got the Nine of Cups in the reverse. I do feel like you may find there are people who pursue you because they would like to be sitting next to you on that throne and they haven't really done the work for it. So use your really skilled intuition and discernment to make sure that you are not falling into any repeat cycles, because I think you learned quite a lot from this situation and you don't need to learn it again, right? So the hottest thing as far as you're concerned probably should be, is your energy the same as my energy, or are you just going to be playing foolish games? Because that was a really great song and all, but like, over it. All right, we're going to grab the Meta Muse and dive into Cancer. All right, what do we have for Cancer, please? Wow. Cancer, we have the Hermit, the Moon in the reverse, and the Ace of Swords. This feels like a positive spin on this reading, Cancer. We've got somebody who is realizing it might be a really good time to reconsider how they wanted to approach you, or maybe even at large approach life. You know, like I might have some things I need to address within myself, and then I feel like they feel compelled to tell you the truth about something they hid from you. So this could be, sorry guys, I didn't turn off my notifications, but hey, we'll take it as confirmation, right? This feels like somebody realizing that if they want a chance with you, they're going to have to be honest about what happened, how they feel, what they want. So somebody may have actually gone through a bit of ego death here for you, Cancer. Let's get a little bit more for you. The High Priestess. Eight of Cups in the reverse. Ten of Wands. Three of Cups in the reverse. Cancer, I think you've got somebody here who is deciding that they had some negative, toxic people around them, and that when they bought into whatever was being said about you, or when they bought into these foolish games, they actually learned a lesson when they lost you. And now we have somebody with the High Priestess, Eight of Cups in the reverse, Three of Cups in the reverse. We have somebody who is changing up the game. They want to go within, heal what's going on that caused them to act this way, and they want to choose a different path. This is somebody who wants to come back to you, but they're doing it after they've walked away from the toxic influences in their life that made them treat you the way that they did. That's pretty positive, Cancer. Now, you're going to want to still, of course, use your own intuition and discernment, but this is probably the most positive one we've done in terms of the sign-specific. We have Soulmate. So this may be one of those situations where the absence of your love taught somebody that they were willing to actually do the unthinkable and open themselves up and be there for somebody and let go of what had stopped them in the past. Hi, Tammy. How are you? I feel bad. I haven't been paying close attention to the chat, but thank you to my moderators. You guys are awesome. We have the Sun in the reverse, Four of Wands in the reverse. So it feels like your person understands, Cancer, that the difficult times they went through, or the possibly even depression that they went through, was because they had been basically surrounded by people that had built a, kind of crap foundation. So when you don't have good support around you, that can result in you being misguided or led away from something that actually matters to you. So I feel like you have an apology coming your way, Cancer, and that this is somebody who has actually worked on whatever has caused you to separate. So I like that. All right, moving on to Scorpio. This is the Rider-Waite. What do we have for Scorpio, please? Queen of Pentacles, the Star, Knight of Pentacles. I feel like that's kind of sideways. So Scorpio, there's a situation here where somebody is, I think, single, but feeling kind of not single. We have somebody who is kind, reliable, generous, responsible, possibly pretty comfortable financially. And they've gone through a lot of the work here in terms of needing to heal. And it could be because you inspired them. And if it sounds right to you that this person maybe was being a little bit shysty or dishonest when it came to whether or not they were in a relationship or single, I feel like this person has started the process or is about to be single. And it could be because they want to be in your energy, but honest about it, right? We have the Six of Swords. This is clarifying the Eight of Swords in the reverse. So we have somebody here who has changed their perspective and decided to make a move towards a better life. This could literally be somebody who's moving, Scorpio, but I think at the very core of this is communicating somebody wanting to move forward and become a better person. And now we have the Chariot. So we may actually have somebody who is hopping in a car, hopping in a boat, hopping on a plane. Hopefully not now. It's a little bit difficult weather-wise, but this is positive as well, Scorpio. This feels like somebody who is possibly focusing on themselves right now, which is the right process, because they know they need to heal whatever is, causing issues for them before they do something with someone else or pair up, right? But we've got the Page of Swords in the reverse. I just saw the Empress. I was just kind of curious what that means. So I think this person was misguided by a mother figure or a spouse, possibly a sister, possibly a grandmother, but they were told to not follow their heart, is basically what I'm hearing from that. But this person appears to be inspired and working on themselves. And they maybe want to see you in a really fancy outfit and say something like, I do to you. So this person is putting in the work, but I feel like they're doing so in silence, and then they want to reappear and show you that they are a better person as opposed to just tell you. I just saw the Six of Swords again. And the Chariot in the reverse, Two of Cups. So I don't think this person has made their move yet. I think they're getting ready to pounce. Like in my mind, I'm seeing that cat gif where they're like, okay, I'm ready. This person has been motivated by their deep feelings for you, and they haven't made their move yet, but I think when they do, it's going to be a pretty serious and demonstrative move that might actually, move your heart a little bit. Deer spaghetti? Oh my gosh. You guys are going to make me hungry. All right, moving on. Let's see. Now we're on to Aries. Aries, forgive me, I may have used this for you the last time, but we're going to use the Jack-o'-lantern tarot for you. Oh my. I just bent the Queen of Wands card, you guys. All right, what do we have for Aries? Four of Pentacles. You may feel compelled right now, Aries, to be a little bit protective of your finances or protective of your heart. With the Four of Pentacles, I'm getting somebody who has found some sort of comfort in distancing themselves and walling themselves off. You may have been single for quite a long time, but I also feel like this Nine of Pentacles is suggesting that you are seeing right now or in the very near future significant change in your finances, and it's helping you to feel more confident and like you've actually been making the right changes in your life. So go ahead and give yourself a pat on the back. Ooh, we've got the Chariot coming out again, and now we've got the Nine of Cups. This is really nice, Aries. I feel like the person that you're dealing with has noticed that you have been working on your own or has noticed that you're single. They might be a little bit concerned because you're looking pretty attractive. So whoever this person is that maybe played some mind games here, I think they're rushing back in and wanting to have a conversation with you to let you know that they actually really feel like you're everything that they ever wanted. Eight of Swords, Queen of Swords. Aries, I feel like it's really important for you to keep in mind that your boundaries are in place for a reason. And you may encounter that your person has also had to edit or update their policies. We've got something here about two people having feelings for each other, but having been through a pretty difficult situation that caused them to build these walls. So I think, Aries, the main focus for you here is if there were perceived mind games, this could have been somebody else, and now you have another opportunity coming in where you need to remember to put your boundaries down because it wasn't this person that hurt you, or the person that you feel was playing games has realized they need to do something here or they're going to lose what they really want. So even though it makes them feel uncomfortable, they feel like they have to tell the truth. So we're definitely going to need some clarification here. Tell me more what we need to know for Aries, please. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. So there's definitely chemistry. But we need more than that, you guys. Tell me more for Aries, please. Oh, just like half the deck, no big deal. Okay, so there may have been a hiccup in this situation for you, Aries, even though there were strong feelings or still are strong feelings. Somebody may have seen something or heard something, possibly social media related, that caused some distance or an argument. And with the Six of Swords in the reverse, it caused you guys to have some separation or feel like you needed to question if you should continue to invest in this. Aries, I gotta say, this comes across to me as a bit of a toss-up. I think for some of you, this is the relationship you've been looking for. You both just needed to kind of almost have a little bit of a test run in an argument, and then you see that the other person is being honest with you. There's just boundaries there, right? For others of you, you are realizing that this person may be what you thought you wanted, but that they always make you feel this Eight of Swords energy where you don't know what you can expect from them. You don't know if you can trust them. And that's making you realize you need to keep your boundaries up. So, chemistry is not necessarily enough. You need to know whether or not this person is honest with you and if you can trust them. So, use your intuition and your discernment. If the answer is yes, then the answer is yes, right? All right, moving on to Leo. Leo, we're going to use the Morgan Greer for you. What a cool name. I like it, Voodoo Ninja. Dang, more Chariot action. You guys, we've got some Mercury retrograde coming through, right? People who are playing games that want to come rushing in. Shocking. All right, so Leo, we've got the Chariot and the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. We've got somebody here who's coming in that I don't think has figured their shit out yet. This is someone who is going to rush in, and it may be exciting initially, but I think eventually you're going to see this person hasn't worked out the trauma or the problems from their past. And this is just going to set me right back, into the same kind of lesson, right? Interesting. I didn't see that Three of Swords in the reverse underneath. Oh, we've got the Three of Swords in the reverse, Knight of Swords in the reverse, and Page of Pentacles. Someone's being reckless here. I feel like this is somebody who sees that you have been able to heal from whatever damage they caused, from whatever mind games they played. You've been able to lick those wounds and move forward. And, there's like an acknowledgement that if they're going to come forward to you in this reckless behavior, that it's probably because they actually realize they might lose you. I feel like this person is sitting from the sidelines and watching you get attention or watching you win. And they're not healed. They're still messed up over you. So I think this is somebody who's going to rush in and try to convince you that they've dealt with what they needed to deal with, but they haven't. The answer is actually, I'm terrified you're going to find someone else, so I've got to find a way to keep you on the hook, right? This person may still be in a relationship. Be very cautious. This could just be about reunion. But you guys, I gotta be honest, I really don't like this Three of Cups card. Three of Cups can kind of go either way for me, but I feel like we've got somebody here who hasn't cleaned up a previous relationship. Like they're still, bumping uglies. Sorry. If you guys see me start to laugh, I can't lie to you and like use some like proper way of saying it, You'll call me out. I know you will. So let's get one of these cards here for you and see what this person is hiding, shall we? So it does say very soon. Leo, I do think you're going to hear from them very soon, but I think it's because they sense that somebody else is willing to marry you or wanting to have forever with you. So this feels to me like somebody trying to rush in preemptively and catch you right before somebody else is going to propose to you. This is somebody who wants to cause chaos. What else for Leo, please? Yeah. This is somebody acting against their better judgment, and their goal is to cause an injustice. They may not look at it that way. They may feel super entitled to being with you. They may feel like they're, doing the right thing because it's what they want. Well, if they were actually doing the right thing, they would have been working on their own healing and treating you the right way, right? All right, moving on to Sagittarius. We're going to use the gold foil tarot. Are you guys proud of my super orderly table? Isn't it pretty? All right. I like to see it. We have the 8 of Wands in the reverse. Sorry, 8 of Swords in the reverse. This is the same as what we had up here. This talks about somebody freeing themselves from a situation that limited them initially and maybe made them feel like they couldn't trust anybody. And now they're realizing they do have the ability to move forward. It's coming out with the Hermit in the reverse. So I feel like there was somebody that misguided your person or tried to misguide you. Somebody was trying to pretend that what was going on was just fine, but it was out of greed or because somebody was not really willing to admit that they were acting kind of out of bounds, right? You guys are awesome. All right, we have Justice. Oh no. I mean, oh yes, right? We've got somebody who is worried because they see the scales are balancing in your favor. So Sagittarius, this feels like somebody that thought that they could keep you stuck, thought that they would always have the ability to waltz back into your life. They're seeing that you aren't about that life. You are not here for it. You have either moved on or found happiness on your own. We have the 2 of Swords indicating there's a crossroads approaching. So you'll have a choice, but I think it's going to be a really easy one. I think it's going to be like, would you like to eat mashed up carrots or this beautiful ice cream cone? I don't know. Maybe some of you really like carrots. I was like picturing baby food style. But like there's going to be a choice here. And I feel you're like there's almost even something with this person's posture. Because I feel like if I was making a difficult decision, I'd probably be, sitting up straight, kind of like tense almost. This person's like, yeah, there's totally a choice here. But like, would I really choose that other one? No, I know what I'm going to choose. One of these is stupid. So, and I'm not trying to call a person stupid, although it is foolish games, right? I feel like Sagittarius, you're going to be presented with a choice and you're going to know exactly what the right path is. And it's going to be a little bit upsetting for whoever doesn't get chosen or whatever doesn't get chosen because they thought they would be able to convince you. But you're going to choose the path that actually enables you to continue your healing or enables you to get more peace and tranquility in your life. You're done with all the chaos and the bullshit. This could be pertaining to a work situation in addition to love, but I think you are just very motivated to move towards whatever is right for you as opposed to whatever is expected of you, and that is admirable. What else do we have for Sagittarius, please? Very soon. Clearly decide what it is that you want so it comes to you now. So there may have been some confusion in the recent history for you on this, but I think you know now exactly what you want. So go ahead, write it down, speak it into the world, tell your mom that's what I want. So I feel like you, Sagittarius, have gotten to the point where you're not willing to fight for things that are a poor investment. You don't want to be wasteful. I think you're, living your most authentic life right now. You're willing to be very direct and honest with people if it's not your thing, All right, moving on to earth signs. We're going to go with Capricorn. This is the Bianco Nero deck. I hear you, Voodoo. And thank you. All right, what do we have for Capricorn, please? Interesting. 6 of Wands coming out sideways. So somebody here is expecting to win, and somebody is going to be surprised by a win. So this looks to me like there's somebody who has been, I think, gossiped about here, probably you, and there were wins or successes that people didn't really want to give you credit for or didn't celebrate with you, because we have kind of a lonely 6 of Wands over here, right? But we also had somebody who thought that they could be successful in preventing a new start for you, preventing a new beginning for you. Because this Page of Pentacles also looks a little bit distraught, doesn't he? And we've got somebody who I think refused to give up after being exiled or gossiped about, um, defamed in some way, but it didn't stop you. All right, what else do we have for Capricorn, please? We have the Hermit, the Hierophant, 4 of Pentacles in the reverse, 8 of Pentacles in the reverse. You found your way on your own. You found a closer connection to your intuition, your ancestors, spirit, whatever you want to call it. You maybe had to question some of those conventional beliefs that you were taught and kind of reframe your worldview or your perspective based on your experience and what you know to be true. In other words, you're not just going to read a news article and be like, that's exactly what happened. You know how to question things. And I feel like that enabled you to not let somebody poo in your punch bowl. So you persisted, and you still have some people that are faithful or believe in you, some people that want to, I don't really want to say follow you so much as, learn from you. And with the 4 of Pentacles in the reverse, 8 of Pentacles in the reverse, I think there's a sense here that you've been able to protect something of yours against or from people who don't want to invest in you, or people who don't take seriously what you have to offer or what you've been working at. I see the letter W here, so that could be important for you. I feel like there's a project that you're about to work on that's going to be really important or help elevate you in some way in terms of how people respect you or view you, or perhaps, financial security here. But with the Magician at the bottom of the deck, I think I'm supposed to also let you know that if you are doubting yourself or your abilities in some regard, stop it. Believe in yourself, because you do have something amazing that's coming your way. I think there were just efforts here to kind of sidetrack you or make you feel like what you were investing in was a waste. And I don't think it is. I think you're strong enough now to know what you should invest in and what you shouldn't, or what you're good at. So I do think it's worth mentioning that you need to take back control of your life. You may have been a little bit too out at sea or on your own, and you're being asked to keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So yes, I do think somebody here was playing mind games with you and maybe pushed you to pull back from people more than you wanted to and be a little bit more isolationist here. But Spirit is asking you to keep an open mind and don't, keep that closed off kind of lifestyle for too much longer, because you do have somebody coming in that is going to help you put down some of your burdens and finish off that healing. We also have the Page of Pentacles coming out again. This is a new beginning for you. There's a lot of hope coming out of these cards. So keep the faith, and remember that we all get surprised sometimes, right? Okay, moving on to Taurus. I'm going to use no, we'll use those last. I'm going to use the Crow Tarot for you, Taurus. we have for Taurus, please? The moon in the reverse, there's a secret coming out or something that someone didn't want you to know as far as what they were doing. It looks like this is considered unfinished business with the world in the reverse. There's still something, in your opinion, that needs to happen or will happen with this person. But we've got the Six of Wands here, so I think this is a good sign here, Taurus. We've got something about somebody wanting to be honest, somebody wanting to be more authentic and not being willing to give something up here. They do want to be successful with you, but I do get a good feeling from it. We just need somebody to have the cojones to actually tell you how they feel. We've got the King of Cups in the reverse. If the King of Cups was in the upright, this would be somebody who has figured out how to deal with their emotions and can stay, in control or strong even when faced with adversity. But instead we have somebody here that I think it makes a lot of sense. There might have been mind games played because this is somebody who doesn't necessarily feel comfortable always communicating how they really do feel. Hi there, Mark. How's it going? We've got the Hierophant coming out. Interesting. So Taurus, you may not be aware, or you may, the Hierophant is your card. And when you come out in your own energy, I feel like this is somebody returning to their roots, figuring out what went wrong, and getting back on the right track. So there's communication or action that's going to happen here in the next, I think, couple of weeks that is going to make you feel like everything is on track in terms of what you envision for a happy life, a happy home, a happy situation. So you may feel pulled towards a new person, or there's somebody from your past that you didn't really have the opportunity you wanted to have with them yet. And I feel like somebody's going to be open and honest about what they want with you, or you are going to be honest with them. What else do we have for Taurus, please? So we have separation and past life relationship. Taurus, I feel like there's somebody from your past life that you've been trying to find and you haven't. And it maybe even gave you a sense of defeat because you hadn't found this person yet, but that's on the horizon here for you. All right, let's get a couple of clarifiers for Taurus. Where'd it go? All right, Taurus, we have the Magician, the Five of Wands, and the reverse. You are manifesting something here, and I feel like what you're manifesting, Taurus, is the person that you consider to be the one. Because I'm taking this Five of Wands in the reverse, not just to be 1717, as far as how many people were in here and how many people had liked it. I feel like there's something here about you being able to feel more in control, more so like you have the resources that you need. Maybe you're making the money right. Maybe you had some healing you wanted to deal with. You know who the one is or what they'll feel like, that energy. But I feel like you're also getting rid of a lot of toxic energy, possibly from within and without. But I do think you're setting the scene, making everything right so that when this person enters your life or when you reunite with this person, everything is ready for, the good stuff. All right, let's go with Virgo, the last, and we'll use the Everyday Tarot. Virgo, we've got the Nine of Swords in the reverse, so there's an element of moving past something that's been really difficult to process. So you may have been losing some sleep or stressing out over something, and there seems to be a light at the end of the tunnel. There may be some sort of help or assistance that you didn't anticipate that is coming your way. So we do have the Wheel of Fortune here. So there's some level of protection or desire to make sure that you are set up and happy. I feel like you've gone through quite a lot that wasn't your fault, as in you've been dealing with the consequences of the actions of others. Somebody that you care about, somebody that you anticipated would be kinder to you, and there's help coming your way. Divine protection here. So you may not realize it, you may not see evidence of it, but there are, I think, angels around you, Virgo, that are trying to guide you. There is a difficult situation that you find yourself in that may seem a little bit difficult in terms of, or challenging in terms of, how do I get out of this situation? You may not see now what the plan is, but I think you're being asked to move forward, have a change in perspective in terms of believing in yourself, having that courage, that faith, and taking that jump that you need to, making that move that you know is necessary. With the Knight of Pentacles, there is, I think, a lot of planning involved, a lot of trying to be strategic or methodical, making sure you cross all of the T's, dot all of the I's, and I want you to be confident that you'll be able to manage that. And remember that you do have protection here. There is somebody that I think you're drawn to that maybe you don't really know whether or not it's going to work out. And it's saying, give your relationship a chance. Now, I want to be clear. If you're in a relationship you've already kind of put to the side, this could be talking about a new relationship after you deal with some healing. For others of you, this is repairing something that you have been tempted to walk away from. Use your intuition and your discernment. You'll know which is the case for you. We have Strength, the Moon, and Six of Cups. So for many of you, there is somebody from your past who is healed and you have good memories with. They have also been able to tame the demons within, but I think they need to express to you that they've always had a thing for you. So you may have a surprise confession in terms of somebody telling you that they want to be with you that you maybe didn't necessarily suspect having feelings for you. All right, we're going to grab just a couple from the Zodiac fortune telling, and then we'll call it a day since we're already almost at an hour 20. This is for everyone, by the way. So you have genius thoughts, which should be carried through. So I think a lot of you got a message similar to that. If you have plans or aspirations, those things are very possible, but you need to remain dedicated. We have hasty news, and you will receive a gift from one dear to you. So this feels like something that happens in the near future. And a reminder that you are true blue in every respect. So feel good about the work that you've done to improve upon whatever was broken or needed healing. I think you've put in a lot of effort, and hopefully you will continue to do so. And I hope all these messages have helped you. Go ahead and give me a like or a subscribe. I think I'll be back maybe in like 30 or 60 minutes and see if we can't get back into the yearly predictions. I think we're on Taurus, actually. So I'll see you guys later. Thank you so much for joining me.